Welcome to Slime Rancher version 1.2. The rest of the LP had been version 1.1.2. There's a few quality of life updates, but the primary thing, particularly for this video, is that Mochi Miles has had her own expansion to the game, sort of like how Ogden has his retreat. In this case, it's Mochi's Megabucks.
Do we really want to help this bourgeoisie motherfucker?
You might be surprised. It's sort of the same as Ogden, now there's a teleporter leading into the grotto. So we just need to unlock it by doing one quick mission for Mochi.
I don't think I mentioned this before, but she looks like she's related to Marth or Lucina from Fire Emblem.
A little bit.
I love Space Marth.
Space Marth. Can't ever Smash 5, anybody?
As if there weren't enough already.
They gotta have one for each console.
Of course. Console exclusives.
I appreciate that they're talking about me because I only ever talked to Ogden. And that was weeks ago.
You're just so good at selling poop, people can't stop talking about it.
I neglect the shit out of my slimes because this takes several days to go through all of this.
Ooh.
Welcome to Mochi's Manor. It's a very pretty area.
This place looks neat.
Very Japanese inspired.
The art is very nice.
Yeah.
But I still say eat the rich.
Trump. Oh, this is beautiful.
It's not exactly like Ogden's Retreat. Once we have gone through the entire minigame involved with this area, we will unlock Mochi's Manor, which is another expansion to our ranch. But what we actually do here is considerably different from anything else in the game.
Look at this just rich piece of shit.
Ugh.
She does start out as her usual snobby self. I also really dig the music here.
My gloves are made out of your hair.
Just glad that she's really proud of these plorts made out of mercury.
Yeah, we've got a new type of slime here.
Yo, boy, I can't wait to see it.
What we do with it, how we feed it, how we even get the plorts, pretty much everything in this area is completely different. You might have noticed when we entered, our vac pack has actually been replaced with some type of Miles Tech vac. It has 3 slots, and we don't get to choose what goes into it necessarily.
I didn't notice at all.
It's pretty subtle.
I'm really digging the music here.
It's good. So the game here in Nimble Valley, it's sort of like a race. There are 2 different maps. You're able to choose either one. Once you're done with an area, you need to wait 12 hours for the area to recharge. But you start a generator, all of the Quicksilver slimes in the area pop up, and they just start racing across this track. You need to chase after them, collect a bunch of electric shock projectiles to fire at them, because that's actually their food. It's kind of weird, but it's also really fun. And you don't need to actually vacuum up the plorts, they automatically go in your inventory.
Looking forward to seeing it in action. Oh,
Bleh.
fuck you.
You know, she says that. I feel like the second track is easier than the first.
Ugh. She's starting to get on my fucking goose right now.
She does get like that.
I mean, at least this tries to change things up, unlike Ogden's Retreat, which was kind of just tedium.
Oh, this can be too, but at least it's fun to do.
Yeah, that's what I mean, is it tries to change things up.
Just doing a little bit of exploration. There aren't any treasure pods in this area, but there are 6 scattered around the 2 tracks. There's 2 in the first track, 4 in the second. Now, I had wondered, back in, I think, part 10, if you had gotten that jump pad if you could somehow glitch your way into the overgrowth. I don't think that's the case because later in the video I try to go around this force field around Mochi's Manor, and no, it surrounds the entire place. They make you earn it.
Gotta work for it.
You can see right here. There's it changing.
Oh.
But enough dicking around. Let's go play in Nimble Valley.
Oh, everything's so blue. It reminds me of Namek, even though Namek's green. Namek was kind of blue. A bit of blue, a little bit of green.
Green and with a lot of metal around it. So you want to start on your second slot, because that's where your projectiles are. That third slot is where you get special... I kind of think of them as like heavy weapons, but they're more like utilities. The generator's activated, Quicksilver Slimes have jumped out, and they're rushing down.
Oh my gosh, look at them go!
Ow. Hit them with electricity, they can hurt you.
They look like a combination of a stingray and a fucking, like, a Goomy from Pokemon.
And a fire slime.
Oh yeah, and a fire slime. Actually, they're more like skates rather than stingrays.
Yeah, they're... Oh god, fuck skates.
So you start out with 1 minute to do all of this. Around the track are relay rings. You activate that, that gives you another 20 seconds. It's more time than it sounds. Those charge stations are where we get those special abilities. Thunderclap right here is just a larger spark shot, covers a wider radius, and you get more plorts from it. That recovers your energy, which is really necessary because you do need to dash to keep up with a lot of these guys. Static Clinger, that's a really cool ability that I use utterly horribly. You use that, it attaches this electrical ball around a couple of slimes, depends on how large the radius is, how many they hit. But then they'll carry that ball through the track, and that will hit other Quicksilver Slimes and get you more plorts. But your bread and butter is just standing in the middle of the track, collect a ton of spark shots, and then just start firing.
This is so fucking different. It's like a fucking competitive sport.
It's very different, yeah.
Competitive plort, thank you.
A plort sport.
I know, you cannot suck up the slimes.
You can't ranch them in Slime Rancher?
Nope. They're all Mochis.
This is Slime Blaster, I suppose.
Something like that. And we need to wait 12 hours. 12 in-game hours, which is just 12 real-life minutes. But hey, you do it well, you do get a lot of plorts for that, so we're already halfway to our first upgrade.
Lovely.
Also, it's good money.
Get a big chunk of hunk of cash for it. Oh, the cash icon is slightly different.
Yeah, they changed it so that every time you get a certain amount, you can see it tallying up down on the bottom left.
Oh, neat.
Not quite able to make it.
Damn, I was really hoping you would.
Heading back into track 1 to go and find some of the treasure pods. There were 3 that I found during my test recording. Which, fun fact, was the test recording that led to my computer killing itself.
Oh no. I wasn't aware of this.
If you followed my Twitter, I had just a straight-up registry meltdown. I don't know what caused it or why it happened. I think it might have been because of my old wireless adapter. It's very weird. But everything's fine now. I reinstalled my OS. And this update and the latter part of the next update is recorded with everything fixed. And in fact, my computer's moving even smoother than ever.
I blame the slimes, personally. I think they're in cahoots with something nasty.
It just couldn't handle all that cuteness.
They know what they're doing.
Now, this is very weird. That's another charge station. What is it doing up here? This is not easy to get to.
But fun. Someone was just like, I'm gonna rock climb and build a contraption up here just because I can. It was probably Ogden.
Look, it's so you can rain down electricity from above.
He seems like a rock climbing, electricity raining kind of guy.
Mochi wouldn't let him in here.
He snuck in. He's also a fucking loiterer.
There is no way Mochi would let him in here, ever.
All the treasure pods you get here are decorations, but there's some really cool decorations. Let's check out that second track. Mochi thinks this is trickier. I think it's easier. There's maybe a few more death pits, but that's about it.
Here they come. Here they go, racing down the track. Yoom, they go.
Now, I think the charge stations randomize what tools you get. This one seems pretty consistent, though. Slow field.
Oh.
You hit that on the ground. Every time the Quicksilver slimes pass through, they get dramatically slowed down.
Oh.
This is a good place to just build up your spark shot reserves and waste these guys.
God, yeah, I can see that. I feel like this could be real good if you use it at just the right spot. Looks like you have.
Pretty much, yeah.
How long does the slow field last for?
25 seconds.
That is OP as hell.
And you're given 3 of them. One thing I like to do is just use all 3 of them to create a wall. Let's get something else. Yay, the good thing that I cannot use to save my life. So even though it is fun just sticking around, kind of camping these guys, you do want to run around the track and collect the relay rings.
What, do they give you more time?
Yeah. Also, the music is fun.
It is. This whole thing looks fun.
It is. It does have the same problem as Ogden's Retreat, in that every time you get an upgrade, the amount of plorts that she asks for increases dramatically, and it takes multiple in-game days to get some of these rewards.
Ugh, nasty.
I guess it's just a function of, this isn't considered as like endgame DLC. This is supposed to be a part of the game now, and it's really intended for you to do early on, like for you to have unlocked it, and you do it as you continue through the game.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
Yeah, it seems like it's supposed to be like a good source of early cash that's fairly stable.
But this game is out of early access, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Feels like they could have made it so that it was more DLC-like rather than a part of the game that you should experience throughout, because it feels like a lot of people have already bought the game. And they're kind of getting a short end of the stick.
I mean, to me at least, it looks very much like it plays like DLC. I'm not sure what you're going for.
No, I mean, like...
It was a free content update.
Yeah.
Right, but Thorn brought up the fact that it's something you should be doing alongside everything else in the game. And that just makes it, if you do it like at the end when you've already done everything else, it makes it feel more like a drag than it should, and it doesn't seem fair, even though it is still fun.
Well, I tried. Can't take the plorts out of the area.
Ah, dang.
Oh no. No, it's fine. Even around here, they still teleport back to you.
Well, heck!
Crap, you're actually not shit at this. Huh.
So our first upgrade is Mochi's Extra Mile. She says that she gives you an inside track into the plort market. All it really does is when you sell plorts, randomly you'll get double the price.
Wait, really?
Yep, that's it.
You just get double the price for all the plorts?
Randomly.
Randomly, okay.
I do like this, though. There's sort of implications that Mochi's not really in connection with her father, and as we go through this, she's very obviously lonely.
Aw.
Lonely and resentful.
Part of the loneliness is her fault.
It does seem like she's just sort of been dropped here. So we need 450 to get the next upgrade.
Jesus Christ.
The deluxe coupe kind of confuses me when I get it. We'll see why. But let's go back and get some more treasure pods.
Slime Buddha.
It's just like, cause yeah, she's like carefully cultivated this giant asshole persona of hers. So I mean, it is in part her fault that she's driven away basically everyone.
I think it's more just a mixture of general rich brattiness and sort of being left here on our own, because there are supposedly other ranchers here, but we never interact with them. We're all pretty much alone.
Yeah, but you're just some goob who dropped off the spaceship. You're a nobody. You are quite literally a nobody.
Beatrix being referred to as some goob. I don't know. Does she look like some goob to you, sir?
She looks a little gooby.
But is she some goob? She is the goob, thank you.
Ah, you're showing it off, I see!
Look at how garish that shit is.
It is atrocious.
I'm confused here because what the fuck is inside track to the market? What should that mean to me? This is before I learned it just means occasionally you get double. Let's do some more.
And they're off. I like to imagine all these plorts have names that people bet on who's going to win the race. And you're just like some like bystander who walked onto the field, started blasting them. It's like horse races, but with a crazy lightning gun guy running onto the field. You know, that thing that happens all the time.
That guy who ran into the horse race to shoot the horses, I see.
With lightning, thank you.
Ah, okay. I mean, with laxatives.
Happens every other time I go to the fucking horse tracks. I always lose my bet.
Just shooting the horses to make them poop.
He smacks one in the leg. See, it broke its leg.
No, you don't actually break a horse's leg, because then they're as good as dead, really.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
That one just smacked you.
Let me tell you all about horse facts and how horses are terrible at literally goddamn everything. Because I owned a couple of horses for a while. I hated them.
I'll be sure to tell them that, Torb.
I fucking hate horses.
A good one. Ah, that's probably the worst.
Yeah, it seems to be the worst. Because all of the others linger, unlike this one, which is just a quick...
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wait, what?
Oh.
How in the fuck?
This exact thing happened during my test run, too. In fact, I think it's one of the things that led to my computer dying. So, like, I'm nervous as hell. How do I get back up here? I did it! Okay, we're fine.
Yes! Now you're behind on blasting. You gotta fucking make up the time.
I mean, there's no real behind on blasting.
You can't do this infinitely. You just need to wait 12 minutes.
Yeah.
A very long 12 minutes, because I did a lot.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thankfully, it's fairly generous, but yeah, that's a big amount of time if you're not doing anything else. God, thunderclap again?
Give me a slow field. It's the best one. I feel like the static clinger could be better. It's just, it's so hard to aim.
What you need is like a large clumped up group of Quicksilver slimes for it to really shine.
Yeah. I feel like it's most useful right at the start because the slimes do all spawn in groups.
True, I mean, even just like the first lap in general is a good time because that's when they're most clumped up.
Wow, so despite me fucking up, I still got over 100.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was pretty good.
Despite the small heart attack.
And also kind of a good idea is to stand on the generator as you start the race, because then you're given a little boost and you can get up here.
Ooh, sneaky.
Now, I really want to know what the tool is that's up here. What could be so nice?
The tool is you, actually.
Fuck that.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, those are completely randomized. And they're shit. But in between races, I figured it was about time I did some more fashion pods.
Yeah!
Fashions and decorations.
So help me, how dare you not take the googly fashion pod?
No, it's the mustache. It's better.
No, the googly is superior. Also, those powerful eyebrows.
The serious fashion pod for serious slimes. Wait, I just realized, even with those eyebrows, they're probably still gonna be, like, smiling. So it won't be very effective.
Yeah.
They should get, like, a small chubby mouth, like a Game Grumps mouth or something when they had those eyebrows. Like, Gah.
Quantum seriousness.
Get pissed, Quantum boys.
Now they're escaping.
Yeah. Because they're getting serious.
So you were really worried about them escaping the whole LP. I was actually keeping them well fed. They can escape, and they will teleport out if they get hungry or bored.
Oh. Yes, the moustache.
And yes, I did make 2 corrals of the exact same slimes.
It's not their fault that you're a neglectful owner.
Hello. Hi.
Just look at all these slimes stuck wallowing in their own shit.
They call me Jameson M. Fireflysington.
The best one.
The most important one.
We need the most.
Now to see just how googly these are. Ah, look at them.
Quite googly.
They're so good.
Hello, I'm a fucking rock slime. Hello.
They call me Kitty Canoodle. I need a puddle canoodle.
Oh my god, these might be my favorite. Turn around, you bitches. Ah, look at that mustache.
It's so good. Just love this stupid crap.
Can you put more than one accessory on at once?
No, only one at a time.
Ah, the monocle and the mustache would be a great combination, though.
Or the mustache and the tiara.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good, actually. Or the mustache and the shades.
What are you doing? You are ruining my camouflage!
Yeah, then turning invisible is kind of getting in the way of this.
Yo.
No, that's actually really good.
He looks like the Invisible Man. The Invisible Slime. Yo. We a couple of honey fuckers. Which means we are fuckers who are honey, not... Never mind. Ah, it's the queen.
The queen of the puddle.
Hey.
Slowly dying for the sake of fashion.
Hey, guys. Remember, radiation's your friend, and eats your cereal in the morning.
The sunglasses on the glowing guys is actually really perfect.
Oh, I love the bow.
There, wear a hair bow. Now you're less hungry.
Donate them to the sky.
More like the wall.
The sky wall.
The sky wall.
You are no queen.
You'll never get rid of it, and you know it.
Alright, deluxe coupe.
You look at your gold monument and just spray on it, Death to Kings.
Aw, she's opening up a little bit.
She's getting philosophical.
It's not a coupe, it's a sty. Get it right.
She secretly listens to Hot Topic bands, you know it.
Ooh, soon deer.
Please, I don't need this tsundere bullshit in my life.
Soon, dear.
It sounds like I went into the woods and yelled, "Soon, dear."
Soon.
Oh no.
700.
Christ.
There's like 4 days of work. And you know, you don't really make that much. Because it's like 150 for every 10. And like, you could get 150 from 2 of the Tangle plorts. I got 123 the first time I sold Tangle plorts, so...
Yeah, that's why I said it seems like an early game cash boost is what the intent is.
Yeah. Now, you can't quite tell from this footage, but there's no actual friction on these walls. And that leads to my downfall.
Oh, you don't say.
You're not meant to go back there.
You may have been knocked out, but that just means you can do more Mochi Miles bullshit.
Which was kind of the idea.
Oh yeah, can't you just die and then go back?
Yeah, pretty much. Or go to bed,
Yeah.
which is less wasteful. So this is kind of great. The deluxe coop doesn't increase the size of the coop, it just gives the chickens a TV.
I love it. They're watching the whale.
Like, they're watching a game show and they're watching the Weather Channel. It's really weird.
It's because they actually keep tossing the remote around. None of them can decide on what to watch.
I am confused, though, because it says it has the ability to remove elders. That just means there's a vacuum on the back.
Chicken Jeopardy.
Ah yes, all the elders are drawn in by the Jeopardy.
Get lost, Grandpa!
That's horrible. That is just the worst.
Would you rather I take it to the incinerator again, assholes?
Well, damn, man.
It's dead regardless, so yes.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, alright?
I will forever judge you. You cannot stop me.
Oh good, I got superior grass.
Oh, thank God.
Grass, but better.
Some of these pods are well hidden behind the scenery. Behind it and underneath it.
That's kind of rude.
Behind the tree. Oh.
Oh no, don't fall in.
No, please fall in.
I cut that one needlessly close.
Get him. Ooh,
Yeah, well, that's some rude shit right there.
I like that orb. I like the colors.
You know, it'd be kind of interesting. That description says that magnetic core loses its power the longer away from the valley it is. So it would be kind of interesting if you set up the decoration in your ranch and just over time the magnetic core starts falling over.
One day you leave the ranch, come back, and just everything's toppled. God damn it, I gotta clean this shit up again.
And the needle tree is kind of funky looking. It looks like it fades in and out of existence. I believe this is our last race. I cut out a lot of the busy work stuff, but I did want to show off some of the good races. This one, I think I'm avoiding... I keep thinking of it as the heavy weapons, but the thunderclap and what have you. I think at one point I do use the slow fields, but primarily this is just me racing the Quicksilvers.
Alright, guys, if Quicksilver slimes were named like horses, what would some names be?
Well, you name them whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, it's just kind of whatever.
Thanks for playing along, guys.
I'm here to help. Would you prefer Mama's Little Biscuit or something like that?
Yes! That's exactly...
That one's Mama's Little Biscuit. I just shot Tingle with a dingle!
You see? There you go.
Ah, there goes my Christmas bonus!
Shot right in the face of dog stuck in a kennel.
Oh, the bubs.
Finally, you're shooting. I couldn't think of a name for this one.
Oh man, horse racers are nice.
Lined right up alongside, come on to my house.
This is just unfortunate right here.
Yeah. It does feel like they actually stop in place when you shoot them. Shoot them and they're in the slow field.
Yeah, it looks like when they're in the slow field, they just lose momentum and eventually stop.
So do keep in mind, I started the race with 80 plorts already, but I just got 80 plorts anyway, so...
Because you felt like it.
Ow.
That's kind of impressive, actually.
Oh good, the one I can't fire. See, if it was like the Thunderclap and it had an area of effect, it would probably help. But whatever. It was still fun.
When time runs out, do all the plorts you don't collect, like the ones you leave on the ground, do they disappear?
No, all plorts are automatically collected by you.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw some just laying there that weren't getting added to your inventory. My bad.
There is a little delay before they get added. Wait. Lady, the ranchers have been talking about me. Surely they've mentioned how I'm rich beyond belief. I've had to waste all my money on 7Z as an excuse. Hooray!
Also, I hate it, but I looked it up, and apparently the design for the Quicksilver slimes may in fact be inspired by the superhero Quicksilver. I hate this.
I can believe it.
Also, why would you need ports made of mercury?
Oh my god. After this episode, I'm gonna go on Tumblr. If there's not ship art of Beatrix and Mochi, I'm gonna be sorely disappointed.
I can pretty much guarantee you there was ship art day one.
There better be.
It's just now, it's plausible.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm an asshole. Ooh, girlfriend! No, it's, I'm an asshole with problems. Ooh, girlfriend! The only person you need to live up to is yourself. Stop working for me. Blech. Later, Tater. I like that.
She called her a tater during love.
What is friend?
Aw, she's soft inside like a hard-boiled egg.
How do friend?
How friend get pregnant?
How is friend formed? How is friend formed?
So even though it was long, it managed not to be too tedious. It's just you had to do it a lot to get all the rewards. But this was a fun expansion. I'm glad they added this.
It's certainly a pretty one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It seems, yeah, like it's meant to be a lot more doable in bursts than Ogden's is, which is, Ogden's is just a chore.
This might be my favorite looking area of the game, honestly. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah. Very bright, very pretty, very slightly Japanese aesthetic, plus all of the magnetic core stuff floating around.
Why are you trying to wash the ocean?
Because it's filthy.
I'll get my scrubber. I'm just imagining some old guy in like his swimsuit and a scuba helmet under the water, just waving a brush around.
Or just scrubbing the dirt on the ground.
It's a living.
It's like one of those floor waxers just underwater.
That'd be sweet.
Everything must be loud.
I love it.
Loud and proud.
More toys. This is what I think of your manor. I missed.
No, Thorn, she'll never date you now. If you keep throwing rocks at her house.
What? It's mine now.
She comes over for a date one day and sees your house just covered in holes from rocks. It's like, what happened here? I got bored.
Just flip her off and leave.
With your jetpack.
Just zoom away into space.
It's even better with like the bubbly, goofy sound effect that it makes. Like, see ya, bitch.
Just like her Jetsons ass jetpack.
Yeah.
All right, very specific reference here. This house, this little like floating room right here reminds me of that one episode of The Fairly Odd Parents where the Cosmo and Wanda became the parents' fucking neighbors above them.
Wow, that is a fucking reference and a half.
I don't know, just they fucking made a house above Timmy's house, and that was amusing.
I just thought it looked like something from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's more what it reminds me of.
That's much more relatable, gotta say.
It's because everything's rounded.
It's a capsule corp ass house.
Apparently, our boy Akira Toriyama can't draw hard angles.
It's okay, he made an aesthetic.
Being shit at drawing?
Yes, making it work.
I still don't understand how he made it work, and he doesn't even understand how he made it work.
I don't think he understands anything about his own series, not gonna lie.
He fully admits that he is lazy as shit. He's even said he never would have drawn for Dragon Quest had he known it would get so popular.
Nice rocks.
Yeah. You get back here.
That's art right there.
That's it. My one complaint for the Mochi update, as well as with Ogden's Retreat, is you never need that much space. I like the way that the retreats look, but at the same time, there is no need for all that space.
Pretty much.
That's so many mint mangoes. You can make the fucking mintiest salad to ever be.
That sounds disgusting.
I don't know. I think it sounds nice.
Just a salad made entirely of mint leaves.
Not entirely.
That's not a salad, that's a bag.
It's a bag.
No, right, they're mint mangoes. We gotta chop up some mangoes to huck in there too.
Yeah, of course. Make it all juicy and soggy.
Delicious.
Oh, drink in that bun.
Just turn it into a mushy paste and slurp it down.
Ugh.
Anyway, there was one other major addition alongside Mochi's Megabucks. It was the change from the 5-day rush mode to just rush mode, which is much more adaptable, and I feel like considerably better thought out. Part 12 is going to be first of the 5-day rush itself, and then I will be showing rush mode at the end. And we'll see how the 5-day rush was not really that well thought out, but rush mode is considerably. So that will be next time. Also coming in the post-recording to tell you guys about the silo update. It's just a quick content update that greatly increased the capacity of the silos. Instead of 4 sections with 100 each, it can now be 300 each. It came after Mochi Mouse's update and after we'd recorded, but it's not really big enough for its own update, so I'm just sliding it in here. They also updated the silo achievement. You don't need to have 4 full slots of 100 items in the silo. Now it's just 50 of one material in each slot of a completely upgraded silo. Probably a lot more obtainable than how I got it. In the meantime, yeah, that was a lot of fun, and you are kind of right. I do appreciate that compared to the wilds, where you only collect a handful of the Kukudobas at a time. In Nimble Valley, you can get up to like 100 Quicksilver plorts in just one round, which is just a few minutes.
Thank Gord for that.
It's a lot more fun, and it was a good idea, folks. Looking forward to any future character-based content packs that come up. I think there's supposed to be one for Victor Humphreys on the horizon. But if anything, I do know there's going to be like an Iron Rancher mode. It's not quite the same as Rush mode, It's more like a challenge mode with individual multiple day rounds, so that might be interesting. But part 12, going up alongside this part, is just me getting the last of the achievements, basically. See y'all in rush mode.